Hi, my name is Eddie, and this is a reading for Capricorn from the 3rd of April till the 9th of April. So I'm going to shuffle my cards, and don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to comment. There's also links in the description for free daily readings, personal readings, to buy me a coffee into my crystal shop. So let's just lay down your 10 cards on the table and see what's coming up for you. So the first card is in the here and now, the present situation. What's going on around you at this time? Okay, the card I get is the 8 of Wands. Okay, first one with this card, it's the one card in the pack for me which has the same meaning upright as well as reversed. Okay, so it's like there's this situation around you, this major issue, I feel, where whichever way you look at it, you always come to the same conclusion. Okay, it could well be that you've been trying to give someone or some situation the benefit of the doubt. Okay, and you've come to realize that it's time to move away. Okay, there's nothing left there. That's what I feel here. It's also a very karmic card as well, so it could well be a lot of pushing and pulling, blowing hot and cold, this kind of sort of coming and going around you. Okay, a lot of extremes I sense you're experiencing at this time. And also, you know, if you look at the card, all the arrows are flying through the air, so things are very much up in the air. It's like the snow globe, you know, you shake it up and all the snow is all over the place, but it will settle here. Yeah, within the next 8 days, something's going to settle here, I feel. So it could well be some situation that needs to be resolved, but it will be settled within the next 8 days. There's also something here about some project or goal which you're working on, which will be achieved here within the next 8 weeks. It also gives me Cupid's hours and hours of love, so it could well be that romance is going to bubble up around you again. The card crossing is the King of Wands, okay? Again, a wand card, okay, so that's 2 wands. So it's very much this focus around the spiritual side and the creative side of things, okay? It could well be that you're looking for a way forward here, okay, but you keep getting kind of sort of dragged back. It's like you're doing all the work, you know, so it could well be you've been doing a lot of intention setting, you've been trying to feel positive about things, but it's also kind of these negative emotions attached to it as well. So it's like you put out your good intentions to the universe, which is great, but then it's backed up with worry, fear, lack of belief, which then kind of sort of blocks your wish manifesting. So it's very much working through these negative thoughts and negative emotions. Okay, it's a bit like you've got the sun and then the clouds is in front. So once the clouds clear, it reveals the sun, which is always there. And the sun is what you're wanting, if you like, what you're wanting to manifest. And the clouds is like your fears and your worries and your doubts and lack of belief. So the card in the past coming to the present is the Death card in the reversed position. Okay, you may be wondering around the situation, is it the end of the beginning or the beginning of the end? Okay, I do actually think it's the beginning of the end. That's what it's given me here. Okay, there's a strong sense it's dead and buried. It's time to let go. It's time to move forward from the situation. You know, I do sense it's been toxic. Okay, but there's something here about something needs to be resolved first of all, you know, before you can move forward. Once something's kind of settled here, which I feel is going to be settled here within the next 8 days, that enables you to move forward. And once you close one door, then you enable a new one to open. Okay, it's like burning dead wood to clear a way forward. So if I look more forward, wow, okay, I've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse position, yet another wand card. Okay, so it's very spiritual and very creative around you. You could well have been going on some type of workshop or looking at a lot of spiritual stuff online, doing this intention setting, just reading up on the creative and spiritual side of things. But the card in itself shows that things are going to come together for you. Okay, it's like there's been a lot of extremes, which was shown by the 8 of Wands. Okay, there's pushing and pulling, blowing hot and cold, but it's like you harness that energy. Okay, and it's like you find a way forward around this kind of sort of situation. So rather than being pulled one way and then the other, you take control of the situation rather than letting the situation control you. And it's very much about things coming to a head and then things coming together for you. And it could well be that you're going to draw a line in the sand as well. I mean, the gold card is shown by the 6 of Wands. Okay, clearly you're wanting victory, you're wanting a triumph around the situation, and the card is talking about coming out on top. Okay, there is a victory for you. Okay, it's very much about taking victory from the jaws of defeat here, and something you feel is impossible is actually going to become a reality for you. Subconsciously, I've got the Six of Pentacles in the reversed position. Could well be that you've been like giving, okay, and you know, if you give, you would expect back, okay, but it's like someone's been taking, so the more you give, you know, the more they take. And it's very much about this kind of sort of change of balance, you know, within yourself, where you kind of step back, okay, you don't give so much, okay, but you just step back, and the more you step back, the more you're going to draw what you want closer to you, okay. It's very much this change of energy. It's like losing the world to gain it, okay. Less is more, I get here, and it's kind of sort of dealing with the situation. You know, things have changed, things can never be the same again, it's dead and buried. But it takes a while to kind of sort of show up on the outside, but it does. You know, with the Knight of Wands reversed, it's about things coming together and things becoming more settled for you. The advice card here is shown by the Five of Swords, so quite clearly there's some people walking away here, which could be situations, it could be toxic situations, but also some toxic people as well. It's like you're moving away from them, okay, you're letting go. If you have a look at the card, you've got 2 swords on the ground, you're holding 3 swords. Yes, you've lost some battles here, okay, but it shows you will win the war, you will come out on top here, okay. The advice here is to stay grounded, not to lose your head, okay, so try not to get wrapped up in your emotions. Could well be that people will try to make you feel guilty or feel regret, but it's kind of moving away from these emotions, dealing with these emotions, okay. It's like the clouds, once you clear the clouds, what's yours is always there. Wow, on the outside I've got the Empress card. So the first thing with this card is there could be a pregnancy around you, okay? It's a pregnancy card, so it could be a close friend or a relative, but it's about growth and it's about expansion for you, okay? It's also about more abundance coming in as well. Things are looking much better ahead for you, okay? It may seem difficult at the moment. It's a bit like you've got a seed, you know, the wind helps the seed to scatter and then the rain helps the seed to grow. So even though the wind and the rain are challenging elements, they're needed for growth of the seed into something beautiful. It's very much like the roses grow from manure. So in spite of what's happened, you're actually going to use that energy to actually get what you actually want. So your hopes and your fears is shown by the Queen of Cups. You've had enough of all these emotions, okay? You know, at times you try to let go, you move forward, and then you'll kind of pull back into your sea of emotions, okay? You're worried that you're not going to be able to move away. But the card clearly shows you will, okay? So rather than drowning in your emotions, it does show you're going to be in touch with your emotions. Okay, but it's this feeling that your mind is going to take control, but listen to your heart, okay? So not wearing your heart on your sleeve. So it's like a sort of turnaround here. Because the more you gave, the more they were taken. It's a complete change around here, where you get more of what you want. Yeah, I mean, the final card is the Star card in the reversed position. Very positive. Got this big star here, which is very much about this big wish which you have, and I do feel that it will manifest. But first of all, there's a lot of healing which is taking place, okay. It's a bit like the clouds in front of the sun. You know, the sun is what you're wanting, but the clouds is what's getting in the way, which is like the negative emotions, the lack of belief. And once you work through that, then your wishes will be fulfilled. Don't forget to like, to share, subscribe, and to comment. There's also links for free daily readings, personal readings, to buy me a coffee, into my crystal shop. Thank you.